Alright, well, today's kind of the day. It's about 5 minutes until 10 Central Standard Time, so game goes live in about 5 minutes. I want to, take some time to talk about the past 2 years of developing it. You know, kind of weird to think it's been 2 years. Initially, it was going to release last summer, and that didn't happen, but it wasn't ready. It's been so many things I've had to learn on this journey here. From actually how to develop a game to how to actually release it and game people. I didn't even know that wishlist was like a big thing until like 6 months into the process. I didn't even know how to do any of that. Once I learned that, that changed like everything. My entire strategy was completely different. But yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. It feels like it's been maybe a year of actual development. Initially, the game was going to be a lot more hard sci-fi. I remember initially having the idea for the game of being like the turrets had firing angles, they had fields of view, and they'd individually find targets, and you'd have to control them each on their own. A much more complicated game. I think what we have here is a much better solution to that. Some of those complications didn't really need to be there. But yeah, I'm trying to think back to what I was doing back then. Initially, I was even just trying to do like the trigonometry for how to do that kind of stuff and couldn't figure it out. It took me like a month and a half to figure that out, and then I just never used it, which is kind of funny. It seems to be, looking back now, that happened a lot. That seems to be the game development process, is just taking something, working on it for a long time, and then realizing, wait, this isn't actually fun. I should get rid of this. And then like all I remember wanting to do is just make a basic tower defense game. That's all I really wanted to do. And then it evolved into kind of a lot more than that. I decided that, well, everybody's doing just a basic tower defense game. I don't want to do just another basic tower defense game. Not to say that there's no place for those, it's just not what I wanted to do. I'd been playing a lot of Bloons Tower Defense at the time, a lot of Star Wars, Empire at War, Beyond All Reason. So I wanted to do something that was a little bit more real-timey. It's kind of funny, this for a while there, I wanted to make a real-time strategy game, but figured I was too dumb to do it. And so that's why I went with tower defense. My wife is just being weird. What are you doing over there? You just want to join me for the click. Okay, that's fine. What is it? It's 2 minutes now. This is not a stream. This is going live after the fact, but I wanted to record it before the fact. Let's see what else changed. There wasn't even the dynamic pathing until like last summer, when somebody just randomly brought up the idea of a more dynamic or procedural path, and then I went on an ADD hyper focus for 2 months on how to make that happen. So that wasn't even part of the original vision. I don't think I think the only thing that was actually part of the original vision was turret hardpoints and upgrades. Everything else changed along the way, scoped, descoped. I think I've also worked on like 6 different games along the way too. Like I have like so many side projects, but like all the people that I've met along the way, you guys have been awesome. We are about to go to launch. This morning we finally broke over 1,000 wish lists, which to me is huge for a first game. It doesn't sound like a lot to most people, I think, but for a first game, that's pretty crazy good in my opinion. I'll be talking about more stuff throughout this weekend, but I just wanted to acknowledge that like this is kind of where things change a little bit. The next minute or two, oh, that missile almost got him. Like it's no longer, the studio itself is no longer just an idea at this point. Like the game's no longer just an idea. It's like a thing. It's an actual release. So let me make sure that everything's good here, because it is 10 o'clock. I don't even know how I should act. Like I don't know how I should feel. Like I don't. What is supposed to be happening? Like it's 10 a.m. Hit the button. Transition Steam store display from coming soon to release. Enable owners to download and launch the game. Set the game store public. Date and time now. Release. If you're ready to release yet, please type the phrase "release my app." This is almost like ceremonious. You know, I know this is like a check to make sure you're not doing it by accident, but I feel like Steam put this in there because they knew like this was a big moment for people, you know? So I've typed release this app, or my app. Hit the button. All publishing tasks have been completed. May take up to 10 minutes for your product to appear, but it's there. You can officially buy the game. Oh, that's there it is. I guess the only thing left to do as an official indie developer is end this by saying, "Dear God, please give me your money." I'm just kidding. I love you guys. See ya.